Hi loves, and welcome to this collective channeled message. So the title should reflect this, but this is a download I actually got like a couple days ago. And I just haven't had the time to sit down and record this reading. So here we go. You're about to make a ton. And when I say a ton, I mean a ton of money. Pursuing your soul gifts. You're about to make a ton of money pursuing your soul gifts. The universe is not on a budget. It's the human ego and perception that places us on a budget. It literally doesn't matter what is happening in any economy of the world, in any country. It doesn't matter. You are a vibrational point of attraction. And the fact that you're already working with your gifts or you're starting to work with your gifts, that's huge. And that's why these blessings, this guaranteed assured success and financial breakthrough is here for you. It's also just financial blessings pouring in. It's like the solstice was this like light switch that just clicked everything on. Okay. There was a massive shift. Like you could probably feel it. You probably, honestly, for who's watching this, for who this is for, you probably feel the internal shift, which is reflecting your outer shift. Okay. So anyways, you guys, so that's the download. Okay. You're about to make a ton of money pursuing your spiritual gifts. And I mean, this is like getting paid to do what you came here to do. And, you know, I don't know where the notion of, you know, we should just be using our gifts for free. Like we should just be giving all of our energy out for free. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't live in a world that is really feasible. Like we still live in this 3D matrix simulation where we have bills, we have a mortgage, we have rent, blah, 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 right? Like life here on earth can be quite expensive. But the good news is, and what spirit is actually showing me in this moment is trials and tribulations. So I'm talking to the souls where you front loaded your karma, like, you know, it doesn't matter your age. You could be 30 years old, you could be 40 years old, you could be 60 years old. Doesn't matter where you're at in this moment, like age-wise, like none of that matters, right? Again, it's about like your soul vibration, like your frequency and how you've embodied your higher self, like your consciousness into your physical realm and into your physical body and into your physical life and reality. So trials and tribulations, you're someone that you were probably born into a family where you grew up, you know, you probably grew up hearing things a lot like, we can't afford that. Not right now. We're broke. Like, you know, stuff like that. Okay. So I feel like that was a big part of it. Now, there also could be some souls here that maybe grew up, you know, where maybe finances weren't an issue in your household. Maybe you guys did have quite a bit of money or you lived comfortably, we'll say, right? Well, that's great, but everyone has karma. Everyone has wounding. Everyone has karma. The first card out that kind of just fumbled on my thumb is the 9 of Pentacles. There it is. There's the freaking ton of money. There it is. You're only missing 1 pentacle to make this 10 pentacles, right? And so I feel like that 1 pentacle, is some kind of huge, divine, miraculous blessing that's being bestowed upon you, you know, but it's literally like something that you created. You called it in. You did the work to get to this point of the 9 pentacles. Like you can't make this stuff up, right? Like I'm talking about this divine download that came through about like, you know, you're about to make a ton of money pursuing your gifts, working with your soul given gifts and talents. Okay. It doesn't have to be being a psychic or whatever. Like, not everyone's meant to be a psychic. Not everyone's meant to be a reader. Not everyone's meant to be an energy healer. You know what I mean? Your gift might come in the way of writing a New York Times best-selling novel or book. It could be fiction or nonfiction. It could be, you know, like fiction based on truth or an experience, right? It could be music, it could be art, it could be all kinds of different things, right? But a lot of you guys are healers, right? Like, your vibe attracts your tribe. So I'm talking to a lot of ancient souls. That's how I know, right? And that's why I receive the messages that I receive and bring here, because most of these messages are for very old souls. So you're in this like financial glow up right now, like big time. But here's the deal. And this is what Spirit is emphasizing. For who's watching this, you're going through the breakthrough right now. I just saw 555. You're going through the breakthrough right now, but you also have to be in alignment. Like, you are in alignment, but like you're struggling right now with, there's old wounds and programs that are being triggered and kind of set off to kind of make you kind of maybe step back into fear consciousness or worry or anxiousness, lack scarcity mindset. Okay, because you've known a lot of that, like probably most of your life, if not your whole life. It's always been, there's not enough, penny pinching, paycheck to paycheck, like, you know, I keep hearing passive income. Yeah. So it's like the wealth that has accumulated, and that this is good karma, by the way. This is like, you front loaded all your most difficult lessons in karma, like the first part of life. Okay. So where you're at in this moment, the day that this finds you, this is the first reading I'm recording, for summer solstice. We just had the solstice yesterday. Yesterday was also Father's Day here in the States. Happy Father's Day. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. But like, for who's listening to this right now, this message is also in itself an initiation and a test, because you have to be stronger than your mind. You have to be stronger than the past experiences. You just do. That's just how it works. Like, you can't be in a victim mode while also being in a receiving mode. And I did a whole channeled message about that months ago, about like, you can't be in a receiving mode and a victim mode, or a receiving mode and a scarcity mindset at the same time, right? That's like polar opposites, right? So your karma, like, you front loaded financial karma. So it came through in the way that you were raised, your household income, you know, money programs that were instilled inside of you from a young age by your parents, and by just adults maybe around you or family, you know, and then you were like reliving that program. Like, that's what you were looping through. So that's what I mean. Like, the financial struggle, like, it's been there. I'm seeing waves, like, you know, like a roller coaster type thing. So it's like, you've had waves of, you know, good abundant cycles, but the majority of your life has been financial struggle and financial pain and financial suffering. Okay. There's been a lot of suffering in general in your life, but financially, it's been a huge one. Like, you know, I'm seeing someone standing in the middle of a circle of people. And so you're the one like in the middle of the circle, and you're looking at all the people around you. And this is symbolic of, you've always looked outwardly, and you've always seen other people maybe making it big or super successful or rich or whatever it is. And you took that reflection, and instead of like taking that reflection, that mirror, and being like, that's amazing, that's what I want, you had a lot of moments where you were comparing yourself to them, okay? And maybe it even created insecurity or some jealousy or envy, you know what I mean? Like, that's okay. Like, we have to own our shadow, okay? That's a part of getting to this place that you're in, is shadow work and healing. And that's what this whole thing is it's like, you literally healed to get to this point. Like, you went through the hardest financial stuff, you know, being in a job you hate, you know, because it pays the bills, you know, like that's another thing. It's over, it's done, because all of the wealth that's like coming to you, or that's been like accumulated energetically, karmically, whatever you want to call it, it's like the wheel of fortune is like in your favor now. So you're rolling in the dough. Like, this message is finding you because spirit, your angels, your soul and star familia, they're like, we are giving sign after sign and sign after sign and synchronicity after synchronicity about, you know, hold your vision. You're almost there. You're going through the rebirth, you know, because you are. This doesn't happen overnight. This is, you know, a flow that you're moving through, right? And so the solstice, I'm telling you, it switched something on. It was like a light switch just clicked. And now it's like let's say the work you do is client-based, right? Then you're going to have a ton of bookings. Let's say you are building a platform or a YouTube channel or an Instagram account or whatever, right? Like, you're putting yourself out there, and you're standing in your soul's true purpose, or at least what your soul work is meant to be at this point in time, right? And with that comes great rewards. The universe favors the brave, and you are one brave ass soul. Okay, so let's keep going. If you guys are new here, like, I'm Erica, psychic medium, oracle, and prophetess. So I channel a lot. And the channeling is like the most important part of the reading, you know. The cards kind of just back me up, right? Like, they're like my backup dancer, and I'm the lead singer, right? Sorry guys, there's a tractor driving by. If you are new here, I live in the farmlands, like gypsy cowgirl. The whole, you know, it's not just like a name that I like or whatever. Like, it's literally who I am. So I live in the country on a ranch in the farmland, in a little farm town. So we get a lot of tractors and things of that nature. People riding horses by, like, Three of Cups, you guys, y'all. Freaking, this is wild. Three of Cups is celebration. Literally champagne flowing, being celebrated. You're celebrating. People are celebrating you. There's reasons to celebrate, like, all the things. This is such a powerful card. Even though it's minor arcana, it's so powerful. Just like the Two of Cups. Like, Two of Cups is so powerful, but it's minor arcana, right? Same thing. So this right here is confirmation of this download, of this message. Like, the more you lean into your soul work and your soul gifts, the more blessed you are with finances, with abundance, with, right? And here's the thing, like, you know, our soul work can shift as we shift and expand and grow throughout time, right? Like, for me, for instance, when I started my YouTube channel, that was a divine call of my soul, my higher self. I just knew I needed to start a YouTube channel. I knew I needed to pick up the tarot. I needed to learn the tarot, and I needed to do readings for people. I just knew it, right? It was like this huge download that came through, like almost like a month after I had actually twin flame reunion with my twin flame. And, so that was like a huge activation for me. And so it unlocked all this stuff, right? Well, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was just doing basic general readings. I had never even had a tarot reading before. I didn't even watch tarot. Like, I was like, that's how like downloads and soul information comes through a lot of time. It comes out of nowhere when you're least expecting it. And you're like, wait, what? Like, why do I feel like I need to do this? Why do I feel called to this? That is your higher self. That is your soul, right? But like maybe 6 months in or around that time, after starting my YouTube channel, more of my gifts opened because I was working with my gifts each day. So my gifts were like opening like crazy. And then again, just like I knew I had to do the YouTube channel and be a reader, like you know, I'm a psychic, I am a medium. Like, I knew that I had to share this, right? And bring this to the world. So like 6 months into my YouTube channel, more of my gifts unlocked. And that was my Akashic, my ability to tune in with the Akashic field, people's Akashic records, and to literally see and channel and have visions and all the things when it comes to past lives, your past lives, right? So that became another thing that I started offering, was past life readings and Akashic readings, right? So, and then it just like opened more and more and more. So that's what I mean by like, it's stacked, it's layered. And so it's like you go through one and then boom, another thing will open, and then you move through that, integrate it, another thing will open. 9 and 3 could be relevant. You could also be seeing like a lot of like 369, those kinds of numbers, you know. But like 999, 99, 333, like that kind of stuff. That's going to be confirmation for this message. And you guys, when I say a ton of money, like let's say it's a YouTube channel, you're going to make a ton of money in your YouTube revenue. You're going to make a ton of money, you know, just through that alone, right? For an example, right? But like I said, if it's like client based and you're going to be like fully booked, you're going to like have so many booking requests, you're going to have so many people coming to you, you're going to have people referring you, like referring your name, you should go see da-da-da, like, and it doesn't, I mean, whether you're literally doing like readings or healings or, like sound baths or whatever it is, right? Look what's on the bottom of the deck, you guys. I'm hearing financial pinch. For some of you guys, this reading is hard to conceive or receive in this moment because you've been in a financial pinch. Like you have been getting hit financially in one way or the next for so long. And now it's like the floodgates have opened. And that's why this message is coming to you actually, because it's Spirit's way of being like, no, it's for real. And this is like another test of you have to trust and have faith, and you have to hold this vision. Otherwise, you will keep looping in this right here. But for who this is for, like you're done with this. You're done with 5 Pentacles. You're done with the financial constraints and stress and worry. Like it's done. It's done. All you have to do is be like, yep, I claim this 100%. 1,000,000%, and watch what happens, you know, because it's owed to you. All this fire and energy and new passions and things igniting. It's new. And this also represents new passions igniting within you that are tied to your soul's true purpose, that bring forth financial blessings, among other blessings too. But this is a money reading. Straight up, this is a money message. I also just feel like, you know, with the fire, with the Ace of Wands, it's like magic, like a magic wand, right? Like you are in this like very magical place right now, as far as receiving, as far as celebration, happiness, joy, like joyful connections, you know, all the things. And then it's like, just like you're holding the magic wand, like bippity boppity boop. What do you want? What do you desire? Right? Even though my whole life has been 5 Pentacles, I've always felt that I was meant to be rich. I've always felt that I was meant to be very wealthy. This is a card of wealth. This is a card of, I did this all by myself, all on my own. Look what I did. She's surrounded by financial abundance in this card and material wealth in general. And she looks amazing, right? And look what's after the Ace of Wands is the 6 of Wands, which the 6 of Wands is victory after a long battle. So it's financial victory, financial gain, financial blessings. Your numbers are up. The algorithms favor you. You know, clientele is like booming, like all the things. Okay, so it's your time of victory. Straight up, it's your time of victory. You hold the magic wand to your heaven on earth, but this is literally what you've been alchemizing and calling in. This is what you've been desiring. This is desire of the soul, okay? But the only thing that really gets in the way is the ego, is the programmed mind, and the way that the brain tries to protect you and be like, that feels risky, I don't know about that, you know, when really the universe and your higher self is like, no, take the leap of faith, take that risk, go for it. You know, it's the brain that talks us out of it and brings us back down and literally keeps us here. Okay, like it's no big secret that like this, you know, 3D simulation is like a huge psyop on all of us, right? Like literally. So it is a soul test and initiation to reprogram that and to start thinking differently and more aligned to your soul. Again, the universe is never on a budget. Universe is never on a budget. Universe wants to bless you. The universe wants to bless you. Okay. And I had posted a couple days ago, or like a few days ago, that I would be recording a quick, like, it's not a reading. I'm going to do an informational video on all of this actually, which is like where you have Jupiter placements, what houses you have your Jupiter in, and what that means for you, because that will tell you literally like how you're meant to make money and acquire the most wealth in this lifetime. It also tells you, your Jupiter will also tell you the ways in which the universe wants to bless you and bless your life, you know? So I'm going to be doing that in a little bit. I just had to record this, and then I have more of the zodiacs coming for you guys as well. So I've got a busy day of work ahead of me. But I had to get this out. I was like, yep, look at that, the devil. I'm hearing new levels, new devils, new levels, new devils. Unfortunately, like a lot of times, yeah, that does happen. The more blessed you are, the higher you rate, you know, the higher you rise. Like, especially if you're like vibing in this energy right here, all the devilish eyes upon you who are feeling this energy right here, they will, you know what I mean? You might already be experiencing that. I'm, you know, because I have a lot of you that follow me where you have followed my channel and you went and you started your own YouTube channels. I have a lot of you who just, you know, who just watch my readings, which I'm very thankful for. But you're also other readers and stuff. And that's like kind of what I'm getting. Or just like, I'm getting like platform, like social media platforms, but you have a lot of eyes on you, or people that watch you, they pay attention to you, right? They may never like anything you post, right? But you know they're watching, you know they are stalking in that way, right? So I just feel that. But also Capricorn energy is literally the cardinal sign of Earth. Capricorn represents extreme wealth. Like Capricorns are all about the money, honey. So for the devil card to come out, it's for me, it's the closure of, like I said, the karma, the negative karma around money. Also like ancestral karma around poverty, things of that, you know, you've had lifetimes, or you've had ancestors who have had lifetimes of poverty, of starvation, suffering. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're the curse breaker, like you have a lot to break and heal in regards to all that, right? It's not just your own experiences. It's also like the experiences that have been passed down through your DNA, basically, right? So we have King of Earth, King of Pentacles energy. So yeah, there's a lot of money blessings here, okay? And then you have the book, which is kind of crazy because I literally spoke about I know a lot of star souls are writing books. A lot of star light workers are called to, because we are the historians upon Earth right now. So 500 years down the road, what you write, what we document, that's what they will know as their history, right? So for some of you guys, you are scribes, you are writers. This also goes back in other lifetimes. I'm hearing poets, songwriters, like you're really great at writing music or songs, lyrics, but just writing and stuff, but also book. But this speaks of memory. And it's funny because it's like hidden mystery, secrets, the unknown. This is like subconscious energy. So again, it's just reconfirming what I just said about past life karma financially, okay? Like you had to be the one to break the mold. And that's why you've always felt like you were meant to be wealthy and rich, King of Earth, King of Pentacles, he's the richest kings of all the kings. And his partner, Queen of Pentacles, is the same. And then together, they're just like unbeatable wealth. You know what I mean? Like, you're literally here. A lot of you are here to break the system, to break down, like, you become wealthy in a love and light healing kind of way. You become, it's like the new earth wealth, you know, which is new earth currency is authenticity. So the more authentic we are, the more blessed we are, right? And you are, I'm talking to very authentic energies here, okay? So it also speaks of like philosophy, education. I mean, this could be like you're a teacher, or you're here to teach, you're here to educate, or you're here to bring philosophy to others, or whatever it is. But it literally says an author. So again, that could be a part of your soul calling of, I just know I'm meant to write a book someday. I just feel like I'm meant to write a book right now. I feel like I'm meant to document and write my life story to share with others, my testimony, my, you know, whatever it is, right? Okay. Maybe it's a book on like, you know, how to connect with the angels. Maybe you're an angel medium. Like, it's stuff like that, right? Anywho, it's also about things that have been hidden are now opening. Like, you're going to see them. Like, it's open as far as, you know, before it was closed. Now it's open. Bottom of the deck is the World card. And the World card is the universe itself showing up in this reading right at the end, confirming that, yeah, you have indeed closed a huge karmic cycle and loop that was connected to devil energy within your own consciousness. Okay, so it was like you were battling your own inner demons when it comes to financial beliefs and belief systems and like all these things. You know, the whole concept of like, you know, you gotta work hard to make money, you gotta bust your ass and da-da-da-da, right? Like, I grew up hearing that kind of stuff, you know, and bless the hearts of everyone who thinks that way. But, you know, we know as we're we're awakened souls, we're enlightened. Like, we know that's not the truth. We know better than that. We know it's not about the harder you grind, you know, that's the only way to survive. That's the only way, you know, it's like, yeah, you got to put in the work, but we're also co-creating with high intelligence and divine consciousness. Like, we have the ability to be living in this for the rest of our lives if we want to, right? Especially now, because who this is for, you close, like I said, that first life cycle, huge. For the World card to show up, it's huge. It's a massive cycle of completion where you knew financial blocks, suffering, and pain. And now you're done. It's done. It's over. Like, you can celebrate. Literally, you have the card of celebration. Celebrate. Right? Okay. Like, this is the vibe. This is not. This is the vibe. This is not. This is the new. This is who you are and have rebirthed into. This is you living your best life with your soul family, your soulmates, your divine partner. Like, there's so much to celebrate in this new cycle. Okay? But you also have to be the one to be in that energy, right? Like, I can't do it for you. No one can do that for me. Like, I have to be the one to be this, right? So same thing with you guys, right? So anyways, you guys, I'm going to leave it here. Let's go ahead and end with a message from your angels. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, all of my services, etc., are in my in the description box below. Most of my bookings, like over the past like couple months, I realize I'm like, wow, most of my bookings have been quantum healings and Akashic readings. I mean, people still book, you know, vent sessions and you know, general psychic mediumship readings, but I was like, wow, it just shows, for me, it just shows as a healer and a reader, like, it just shows me the collective consciousness and how people are evolving, and like, so people are wanting more like deeper, you know what I mean? But anyways, I don't know why I'm sharing that. Just send me an email, we'll get you set up. I'm not one of those readers that's like, oh yeah, you know, let's get you set up a month from now. Like, no. Like, I try to get people in like within like the week, or within like 2 weeks max, but usually within like the week. Unless things come up or something happens, or you know what I mean? But I do not schedule that far out. The rainbow. Okay, so the rainbow blessings are pouring upon you now. So the rainbow energy is like, it is divine intervention. It is serendipity. It is synchronistic. It is like all the things. But it's like it's like the rainbow comes out after the storm, right? It's like when it's been storming, raining, the clouds part, the sun comes through. That's what often creates the rainbow. So it's literally like, you know, the promise of the divine that the rainbow and the light will always shine through after the storm, you know? So let's see what it says. It says, you are a jewel, even though you may not see it. See, this is crazy because I said who this is for. As you're watching and receiving this reading, there's a part of you that's struggling with it, with the belief of it because of what you've been through and what your experience has been up until this point. Okay? And that's why the very first message from the angels is you are an absolute jewel. You are a gem, even though you may not see it, or you may not see it at times, or you forget. You know, we all do that. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold awaits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon! Exclamation point. Y'all, trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. Yeah, abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Out of all the messages that could have come out, there you go. You got the rainbow. The color pink could also be significant. Pink for me is like heart, love, self-love, you know, Kuan Yin energy, Lady Nada, you know, pink roses could be significant. Working with rose quartz also, wearing rose quartz, working with rose quartz. Like, I don't know all that's coming through, but rose quartz is a crystal of healing the heart, self-love. It's like wonderful for self-love. And I feel like that's what you just have to keep doing right now, because this is happening like now, like this cycle, the old has closed and the new has begun. And that's kind of how you'll know if you are really in this new cycle, because as the old cycle closed or is closing, you will experience more of a crunch. So maybe you have had more financial pinches recently, or you've been financially like you feel like you've been under financial constraint more so recently or in the recent past. That's because the old cycle was closing, the lessons were lessening, you were really having to choose faith over fear. That's faith over fear always, right? When it came to your money, when it came to finances, when it comes to your soul's true purpose or your soul gifts, making money with your soul gifts. Some people, you know, I know I did for sure, and I still do struggle with this at times, but it's almost like a shameful thing. Like, I feel like shameful sometimes, or I used to, like, around, you know, like, it's almost like I felt bad, like, that, like, I get to use it's like I felt bad for other people that go to work every day, and here I am just, you know, making money, running a business where I am the product. It is me. It is my gifts that are the product, right? And so I actually carried like guilt or like some shame around that. So that might be something that kind of comes up for you too, you know? But absolutely in no way, shape, or form should we feel guilty or shame, because we are awakened souls. Our life has been fucking insane compared to most regular people out there, right? Like the majority. So this is an absolute blessing, and it's absolutely what you came here to do, right? So anyways, thank you guys. Let me know in the comments how this resonates. Thank you guys for supporting the video and helping this get out into the algorithms. I am trying to get my algorithms back up. I have faith over fear when it comes to it. I'm not like worried about it, but your interaction, especially hyping the video, like with the hype points that YouTube put in, because when YouTube installs or does like a new feature like this, they really are pushing it. So if the videos aren't being hyped, okay, then they're not being pushed out into the algorithm. So thank you, Meow Moors. And plus, that's just like good juju. That's just good karma, right? Like what you put out, you get back. You bless me, those blessings come back to you. I bless people, those blessings come back to me. It's like that, right? So just thank you so much for that and for liking and commenting. But the hyping and the liking especially is like really helpful. So let me know how this connects, and happy solstice, because solstice brings the money, honey. It brings the abundance, honey. Okay, like the first half of 2026 was brutal for most of you watching this, for who this is for, and beyond that. But like the first part of like the year of the horse was dragging you. Okay, like the horse has been kind of dragging all of us. Okay, and now the horse is at a stop. Now the horse is like stopped. You can get up, you can dust yourself off, right? What's that saying? Like if you fall off the horse, get back up, like try again, right? So you have proven resilience, strength, all the things. You've been healing ancestral karma, okay, connected to financial struggle and poverty, etc. Like you did the work, and so now it's time for the universe to pay up. Okay, that's how it goes, right? So anyways, love you so much. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Bye.